Alright, so in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at how you can actually activate more of your back or more of your biceps when doing a pull-up, and also say for a push-up, or a dip, how you can actually activate more chest or more triceps depending on which one you want to target. So I might add in some more exercises if I start thinking about some more off the top of my head, and yeah, I'll just take it. Oh nice, the cards, you know. And I keep stepping towards you. My bad, I'm gonna get you on over.
It's okay.
So right now it's gonna be how you can actually activate more of your back or more of your biceps when you're doing like a pull-up movement, or say if you're doing a dip movement, how you can focus more on your chest or more of your triceps. Excuse my voice, I got a little bit of a cold. Call it what you want. We're gonna start with pull-ups. We're gonna start on that boy over there. Always just wanna stretch, and a good one for pull-ups I like to do is just dead hangs. I'll just literally go to the bar. I'll do that. I'll hang, bounce up and down a little bit, do a little swivels, whatnot, and then go from there. Another one, stretch and lats. And just shake out, and then maybe do like a few pull-ups if you want, and then get into the actual workout. The first one I'm going to do is going to be how you can target your biceps from doing a pull-up. It's actually a chin-up, to be honest. So, show you that now. Instead of having a normal shoulder part grip and having your hands pronated, you want to supinate your wrists so they're facing towards you and facing the sky. And then you'll grip the bar like this, and you think about it almost like you're doing a bicep curl. So it's going to be curling, and what you're doing is you're dragging your forearm up towards your shoulder. Instead of it being like a hinge sort of movement, it's more of a drag movement. So you come here, you'll see what exactly I'm doing. Hold the bar there, and a drag. And I can really feel it in my biceps. I don't even feel it in my back. So dragging the forearms towards your humerus. Yeah, so that's exercise number one. You can do that you actually find this harder than doing an actual pull-up because you're not actually using your back, it's just your biceps. But again, if you want to emphasize on building your biceps for doing calisthenics, then do this exercise. You can record in between as well, just for adding context. So when I'm doing this sort of stuff, just record it.
I know.
Yeah. So the next one is going to be a bit more advanced, and most of you, let me not judge you, man. Maybe some of you can do this exercise. I know it took me a long time to learn how to do it, but it's a one-arm pull-up. It's actually the best for your bicep, the heaviest workout you can do for your bicep out of all the calisthenics exercises. And so what you want to do is you want to find a bar like this, literally hold it, a really firm grip, like a hammer grip, and you're bringing your left shoulder, if you're doing it on your right hand, left shoulder to your right hand and down. And you're really using your bicep to pull. So, again, loads of flies, man. Loads of flies. So doing that. You can see all the tension in my bicep. And this exercise is obviously a lot harder than the other ones, so you don't have to do many reps. It's almost like powerlifting. You do maybe 5 reps. If you can do 2 reps, do 2 reps. And then you go from there. And you'll get better and better at it until you can do quite a lot more reps. I'll do my left hand now. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's one-arm pull-ups. They're one of the best exercises to do for your biceps.
It was caught on camera flying past the SpaceX rocket.
And
Wow.
yeah, okay, so if you can't do a one-arm pull-up, this is actually a workout you can do, or an exercise you can do to slowly progress up to doing it. Find yourself like a setup like this. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Anything where you can put some of your weight onto the floor or onto somewhere else. If it's like a wall or whatever, you can use that. So you do, find something like this. And put your feet down. And there. Use your bicep. Obviously, you can make it harder for yourself by raising your feet and leaning back more so your biceps taking more of the weight. So I can now step higher up. Now it's heavier. 1, 2. Hold this if I want. Same. 1, 2, 3, 4. These aren't really even exercises, like I just made them up. It doesn't need to be an actual exercise, anything that works for you. If you can feel that by putting your feet somewhere or putting your arms somewhere, you can actually make the exercise heavier or more difficult, or you can feel the muscle working more, do it. It doesn't matter how it looks, as long as it's working. So that's one example you can do. Another one for, say, your biceps would be negatives. So a lot of people may struggle to do one-arm pull-ups, but you can do a negative, one-arm pull-up, negative. Let me show you now. A lot of times the hardest part of the movement is actually the concentric contraction. So that's that they're actually getting to the top of the movement, or the muscle shortening while you're doing the exercise. However, you can actually build strength for the pull-up without doing it the whole movement. So you actually use your feet, jump up, and lower yourself as slowly as you can. So you'll just do the eccentric, jump up, slowly get yourself down, as slowly as you can. Again, up. And that's a good way to build up strength to eventually being able to do the one-arm pull-up while also targeting your biceps really well. Okay, if you want to target more of your back when you're doing a pull-up, how you're going to do that is by changing the way you think about the exercise. So you really got to focus on what you're doing with your arms and what you're doing with your body and your placement in general. So you come with me quickly. I've been over this so many times, but I think it's worth me doing it again just because it is really important. You hold the bar, comfortable width apart, and before you start, you really want to retract the scapula. So it's like doing this movement first, before you even pull, you're doing that to get your back engaged. And now you're bringing your elbows into your back pockets. You're pulling from your elbows. And you're really pinching your shoulder blades together. So don't try and, although it is harder, especially if you're new to pull-ups, to use as many muscles as possible. If you want to focus on the back, you really want to use only the back. So you want to be pulling from your elbows only and not try to use as much of your biceps as possible. And down, there, and back. That's actually the only thing, that's the main thing. Just focus on squeezing your elbows and bringing them into your back pockets and keeping your scapula retracted while you're doing the movement. Okay, so now we're going to move on to dips and how you can either do dips to focus more on your chest or focus more on your triceps. So the dips over here, so just come. So, first of all, we're going to do chest-oriented dips. Now, first of all, you just want to get into the starting position. Now for chest, what I really do is you want to sort of lean forward a little bit. And as you're going down, usually you would, for a tricep dip, you wouldn't go as deep. For chest, you go pretty deep. And you push. What helps me is I really try and think of keeping the range of motion, the movement, trapped between my chest, my shoulders, and my upper arm. So only sort of move that part of my body. Because with the other one, you're sort of pumping your arms. With this one, I'm not pumping my arms. I'm keeping it strictly this sort of movement. So it's my chest and my upper arms moving. So if I come up here, you'll see, as opposed to doing this, I'm doing this. I think you can see the difference. You'll probably even see the difference in my chest, the way it's working. Okay. Versus doing this, which is using my arms. So for chest, staying tight and keeping the movement in the upper portion. You're not really using your arms, no. Using your chest and your forearm. You're using your chest and your sort of shoulder area to direct the movement. Okay. So next we're gonna go on to the tricep oriented dips. So come in here. For the tricep ones, now I don't care about going as deep. All I care about is getting my elbows to 90 degrees. And I even sit upright like this. And I use my triceps to push. So it's this. Almost like a, you see the tiger man push up, which is, I'll do it now actually. That's the tiger man push up. Almost what I'm doing on here. See, elbows coming down, and up, and up. And it's really, really, really heavy on the triceps because you're keeping your chest out the movement, your shoulders out the movement, and it's really just reducing the angle between the arms and then increasing the angle again, which is exactly the same as what you're doing in the gym when you're doing a rope. What you're doing is reducing the angle, increasing the angle between these two bones. So keeping it very, very tight and just only doing that movement is going to put the most weight on the triceps for optimal growth. Now finally, if someone told you to do like a dip competition, just do the most dips you can, you'll see I'm using a mix of both. I'm using every single muscle. I'm using momentum at the same time to just get as many dips as possible. As I demonstrate now, you'll see, this is how I go about doing it. So, as opposed to just using my chest or just using my triceps, right now I'm using both at the same time, and I'm using momentum to bounce at the top, bounce at the bottom, up to the top of the spring. You can see how you can actually change the movement very significantly to make it easier or harder for either a muscle group or the whole body. If you're doing as many dips as possible and you're trying to go for a max, just use momentum, use your biceps, not biceps, use momentum, use your triceps and your chest at the same time, and yeah, you'll be good. Cool. That is the video complete. Dips, pull-ups, pretty simple. They're like some of the most important in terms of calisthenics workouts. And yeah, hopefully you can target the muscles more and you can actually sort of know what you're doing and why you're doing a workout a certain way when trying to either increase the chest, the triceps, the back, or the biceps. I may have been a little unclear in some of the explanations, so just let me know if you don't understand anything and I'll respond to you in the comments with, as best I can, explaining how or what I actually mean. So that's been another video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was useful, and I'll see you in the next one.